Namaste yogis, welcome to our class. Today we will practice a very gentle and restorative flow. You might need a block and a strap if you normally use it. You may use also a bolster if you would like to. And let's meet each other on the mat. We'll start in Shavasana. You can bring your legs into a butterfly position, opening your hips and bringing the soles of your feet together. Stay here for a few moments with your eyes closed if this is comfortable for you. And place one hand onto your belly, one hand on your heart. Begin to breathe and observe your breathing. Take a few deep breaths just to slow down, just to shift your awareness inwards. And then bring your focus onto your belly. Feel your belly rise and fall as you breathe. Begin to experience that sensation of self-awareness. Feel the connection between your body, mind, and spirit. Then shift your focus onto your heart center. And from here, begin to feel the connection between you and every living being in this universe. Become aware of your heart beating, and also become aware of many other hearts beating at the same time with yours. Realize yourself as a part and particle of the divine. So as every other living being in this planet. And feel the connection between you, between other living entities, and between the divine. And set your intention for the practice. Maybe you would like to keep experiencing this connection. Actually, this is what yoga about. The root of the word yoga is huge, which means to connect. So keep your intention in your heart and in your mind. And with your next inhale, blink your eyes open. Release your arms, bring them by your sides. Maybe use your hands to bring the knees back together. Then open up your arms and drop your knees to the right for a gentle twist. Gaze to the left and keep observing your breathing, noticing your belly expanding and contracting. Deep and nice breathing. Leave all your worries, all the plans, all the things that you have to do outside of your mat, outside of your room, and simply enjoy this practice. Slowly bring your knees back to the center with inhale and drop them to the left, gaze right. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Keep your focus on your belly and breathe. With inhale, again come back to the center. And this time pull your knees to the chest, give them a hug. If you want to, you can rock side to side. Feels really good, especially after that Supta Baddha Konasana, the butterfly pose. And slow that down. Bring your hands to the back of your thighs. Begin to massage your spine by rocking back and forth. 3 more. 2. One last time. And come into a seated pose. Now with inhale, lift your right arm to the sky. Take your right hand to the left knee and twist to the left. Sit nice and tall. You can sit on a block if you want to. With your next exhale, keep your chest turned towards the left knee and begin to walk your hands forward. Keep your sitting bones on the floor. Then allow your head to drop, relax your neck completely. And breathe here. Now keep your left hand on the floor. Open up your chest to the right. Lift your right arm up. Again, glue your sitting bones down to the floor. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. And inhale, rise up. Lift your left arm up. Twist to the right. Bring your right hand behind your back. Keep twisting and gazing over your right shoulder. Breathing through the belly. One more big inhale. And exhale again, turn your chest towards the right knee, walk your hands forward. Keep the sitting bones on the floor. Take your right hand down and lift your left arm up, opening your chest, your shoulders. And if your neck is comfortable, you can gaze up. And exhale, slowly release, and walk your hands back and switch the cross of your legs. With inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor and walk your fingers forward. Again, sitting bones on the floor. Relax your neck and shoulders. Allow your thighs, your hips to melt down into the floor. Inhale, slowly walk back and come into your hands and knees. This time tuck your toes under, shift forward, drop your belly button down, shoulders over the wrists, gaze up, drop your heart and your belly button, and with exhale, point your toes and round your back. Again, exhale, tuck your toes, cow pose. Exhale, cat stretch, point the toes. Few more times. And exhale. Cow pose. And cat stretch. Now again, tuck your toes and shift your hips back so you're stretching the tops of your feet. Maybe even bring your glutes towards the heels. Feels good in your feet. Come back to the center, untuck your toes. Take a few circles with your shoulders and hips. And reverse that. Slow that down. Now extend your right leg and bring the ball of your right foot to the floor. Lift your right leg up to hip height. Hold here. Now drop your right foot behind. Bring the outer edge of your right foot to the floor. And then gaze over your left shoulder. So you're stretching the right side of your body. Come back to the center. Re-extend the left leg. Keep your toes on the floor. Breathe. Feel your calf and ankle stretching. Activate your quadricep. And then lift your left leg up. Hold here just for a couple of moments. Then again, drop your foot behind. Bring the outer edge of your left foot to the floor. Gaze over the right shoulder. And send your awareness to the left side of your body, your rib cage, your waist. Keep the left leg straight. Come back to the center. Stay here with your hips over the knees. Puppy pose. You can use a block here if you want to have some support underneath your chest. Walk your hands forward, but keep your hips still. So you can bring your forehead, your chest, or your chin onto the block. Or maybe if you want more intensity, then do it without the block. Try to relax your shoulders, and between the shoulder blades, feel that spaciousness. Notice that sensation. And breathe. Inhale, shift forward to Sphinx pose. Shoulders above the elbows. Maybe if you want to add some more, go for seal pose. Press your hands down and extend your arms. Make sure your lower back still feels good. And draw your shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, release. Bring your chest to the floor. Now let's practice half frog pose. Bend one knee. Let's begin with the right side. Bring your knee to a 90-degree angle and flex the right foot. So your knee and your ankle are in one line. Stay here, maybe bring your left ear to the floor. Maybe bring your left arm along your side. Maybe for half, wrap your right arm behind your back. This is optional. Try to press the right inner thigh down, the right hip down. Feel the weight of your body assisting you. And if you have sensitive knees, you can bring a blanket underneath, or maybe slide back onto your yoga mat. And bring your right hand back. Re-extend the right leg. And this time bend the left knee again, create a 90-degree angle. Pressing both hips down into the floor. Maybe bring your right ear to the floor. Maybe bring your right arm by your side. Focusing on the left hip. Breathing through that area. Allowing your body to relax. And slowly begin to come out of the pose. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Extend the left leg. Push yourself up into tabletop, and then right away come into child's pose. feel good in your lower back right now. If you want to, you can bring your arms by your sides. Of course, you can use a block underneath your forehead. And just stay here and relax. Keep noticing your breathing, and remember that your breathing, your heart beating, is connecting you to the other living beings. We all have this in common. Despite our age, our nationality, we all breathe and our hearts are beating at the same time. Inhale, slowly rise up. Again, come back into your hands and knees. Now this time bring your right foot forward so that you create a 90-degree angle with both knees. Rise up. Bring your hands to the right thigh. Open up your chest. Inhale, lift your arms to the sky. And exhale, twist to the right. Take your right hand to the left thigh or glute, maybe your lower back. Keep the left hand outside of your knee. There's a lot of spinal twists today. They have a very calming effect. That's why I like to use them in restorative practice. Breathe. And come back to the center. Now bring your hands down. Shift back or maybe walk your right foot forward a little so that you can extend your leg and at the same time you still have that 90-degree angle with the left knee. So we're in half split. If you need to use blocks, you can bring them outside of your, on both sides of your right foot. Try to keep the right leg straight. Pull your toes towards the face and feel that intense stretch in your right hamstring. Breathe here. Maybe a little further with your next exhale. And then with inhale, shift forward. Come into a lizard pose. Bring your hands inside of your foot. Maybe use a block underneath your hands. Try to sink your hips down. Maybe open up your right foot and right thigh. Maybe bring your forearms to the floor. Stay here for 1 minute. If you want to add some more, you can bring your right hand to the inner thigh so that you're opening your hip even wider, even deeper. Breathing in prana. Breathing out tension and stiffness. 20 seconds down. with your next inhale, rise up. Heel toe your right foot back to the center and bring your knees together. Now this time take your left foot forward between your hands. Again, make sure you have two 90-degree angles. Rise up, lift your arms to the sky, inhale. And exhale, bring your right hand to your knee or your thigh. Twist to the left, bring your left hand to your right thigh or hamstring. Reaching up through the crown of your head. Exhale, come back to the center. Bring your hands to the floor and shift back into half split. Again, pulling your toes towards the face. Maybe using the block here. Stay here, just you and your breathing. Try to quiet your mind. Breathing into the left hamstring. And inhale, shift forward. Come into lizard pose. Bring your hands inside of your left foot. Maybe heel toe your left foot to the left edge of your mat. Maybe take your hand to the left inner thigh for more intensity. Maybe use the block for less intensity. Or if you feel like you want to go a little further, maybe bring your elbows to the floor. And again, we're holding it for 1 minute. Breathing in and out through the left thigh, through the left hip. Reaching your heart forward, sinking your hips at the same time. A few more deep breaths. And then slowly rise up, push yourself up, heel toe your left foot to the center. Bring your knees together. Come into tabletop. Let's do a few rounds of cat and cow. At your own pace, cow pose with inhale, cat stretch with exhale. Focus on your spine, on each vertebra. Notice how it feels as you move, as you breathe. Exhale and inhale. One last time, cat stretch. Let's hold it for a few more seconds. Breathe in here. Pull your belly in, push the mat away from you. And exhale, release. Now tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and then step forward into dragon pose or malasana. Bring your hands together next to your chest. Feel your hips opening. Keep your heart open as well. Now take your left hand to the floor and lift your right arm to the sky. Maybe use the block if you need it. Keep twisting to the right, opening your chest and shoulders. Exhale back to the center, hands together. And bring your right hand to the mat. Lift your left arm up. Again, maybe gaze up if you want to. Make sure your chest and shoulders are opening. Breathe in through your hips, through your shoulders. And exhale, release. Come back to Malasana. Bring your hands to your heart center. Stay here for a few deep breaths. Of course, you can always put a block under your sitting bones. It makes it more comfortable. Instead of blocks, you can always use thick books. And then slowly begin to rise up. Come into Tadasana or mountain pose. Press your feet down into the floor. Open up your palms. Let's practice a tree pose. You can keep your toes on the floor. Open up your right hip and stay right here. This is your tree pose. If you want to work on your balance and go a little further, maybe bring your foot to the calf or to your inner thigh. Just try to avoid pressing into the kneecap. Don't harm your knees. And to stay still, try to press your hip, your inner thigh, and your foot against each other. And find your drishti, your gazing point, something still in front of you. Maybe take your hands to the heart center. Maybe lift your arms up. Maybe cactus your arms, whatever feels organic for you today. And keep opening that right hip. Rooting down into the floor through the left foot. And breathing. Rock your shoulders down from the ears. And exhale, release your arms. Now grab your shin with your hands. Maybe even take your right arm underneath your knee. Just like you're holding a baby. And pull that shin towards your chest. Feel the right thigh stretch and try to stay nice and tall without rounding your back. Maybe do it against the wall if you're wobbling like me. And exhale, slowly release, maybe shake it out. Maybe draw a few circles with your right ankle. And reverse that. Come back to the center. Let's do the same thing on the left side. Open up your left hip. Keep your toes on the floor. This is your variation. Maybe bring your foot to the calf or inner thigh. And wherever you are, remember to opening your hips. Take your hands to the heart center and lift your arms up. Again, make sure you're drawing your shoulders away from the ears. Pull the right kneecap up. Maybe cactus your arms. Again, wherever you are, you decide what variation to take according to your body, according to what your body needs today. Can be different things today and tomorrow, so you know, if you pay attention to your body, you know what it needs. And release your arms. Now bring your shin closer to your chest. Use your hands, your arms. Feel that left thigh stretching. Try to open up your chest instead of rounding your back. Big inhale and exhale. Release. Maybe shake out your left leg and then draw some circles with your ankle. Switch the direction and release. Now step to the top of your mat if you're not there yet. With exhale, bend forward. And with inhale, come into half lift. Bring your hands to the shins. Pull your heart forward. Keep your torso parallel to the floor. Again, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Step back into downward dog, just for a few seconds. Pedal out your legs. Now step your right foot forward, drop your left knee and point your left toes. And then bring your right shin either parallel to the floor for more intensity. Or maybe bring your right heel closer to the pelvis so it will give you less intensity. Come into pigeon pose. Press your fingertips into the floor. Open up your chest, extend your arms. Maybe gaze up if you want to. With exhale, come into sleeping pigeon. Maybe use a block. Maybe keep your elbows on the floor. Make sure your left knee and heel are in line. Stay here for 1 minute. Enjoy stretching your right hip and your right thigh. Maybe create a pillow with your hands for your forehead. And try to square your hips to the front. Deep breathing through the right hip. We're almost there. 10 seconds down. And with inhale, come up. Stay here, maybe bend your left knee. Maybe grab your foot if you want to, this is totally optional. If you need to use your strap, go ahead. Put it over your foot and pull it to your glute. And exhale. tuck your left toes under, downward facing dog. Now lift step your left foot forward, drop your right knee, point your right toes. And again, for less intensity, we're gonna move the heel closer to the pelvic area. For more intensity, move the shin away from the pelvis. And stay here. Again, make sure the right knee and heel are in line. Press your fingertips into the floor, open up your chest. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. Use the block if you need it. And remember that intention that we said in the beginning of the class. As you bow down, as you bring your forehead to your hands, to the block or to the floor, feel that humility. Feel connected to Mother Earth and all other living beings. Bring your awareness to your heart chakra. Maybe you can actually hear or feel your heart beating. And with inhale, push yourself up. Bend the right knee. Maybe stay here, maybe use a strap or your hand. Pull that right heel closer to the glute. Try to square your shoulders to the front if possible. Breathing through the right quadricep. And exhale, release. Shift onto your left hip. And bring your feet together, the soles of your feet into a butterfly pose. Grab your ankles or big toes. Sit nice and tall. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend forward. Can well hold this pose. So with each exhale, visualize your hips, your inner thighs, melting down into the floor, opening a little wider. Send your exhalation to that area. And with each exhale, notice a little less tightness and stiffness, and more light, more flexibility, more prana or life energy. Slowly with inhale, rise up. Now bring your knees together. Come onto your back. And bring the knees to the chest again. Give them a hug. Feel free to rock side to side or stay still or whatever variation you may want to do. Slow down your breathing. We're getting closer to Shavasana. So bring the sole of your left foot to the floor. Lift your right leg up. Press your right heel up. Take your hands to the back of your right thigh. maybe release your fingers and pull the knee to the chest. Flex your foot and try to relax your shoulders. Exhale, bend the knee, relax your leg, and bring the sole of your foot back to the floor. Now extend the left leg and press your left heel up. Again, interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Breathe in here, pulling the knee to the chest, but in a very nice and gentle way. So you're not shaking, you're not overworking your hamstring, and you're relaxing your shoulders at the same time. Slowly with exhale, release. And again, bring your knees to the chest, but this time take your hands to the knees. Draw a few circles, clockwise, and counterclockwise. Now come into happy baby pose. Grab the outer edges of your feet or maybe your shins. Open up your hips and pull the knees towards the armpits, towards the floor. Create that space between your thighs and your hips. Breathing into that area. Relax in the lower back and the shoulders. And again, bring your knees together. Lift your legs up, lift your arms into the sky. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release. Come into Shavasana. Bring your feet as wide as your yoga mat. And let your ankles and knees drop to the sides. Maybe tuck your shoulders in. Maybe use that bolster or blanket and place it under your knees for more support. Shut your eyes down and prepare for final relaxation. In Shavasana, always try to stay still without moving any part of your body. Mentally, relax your toes, the tops of your feet, your heels, your ankles. Relax your shins and your calves. Relax your knees and thighs, your hamstrings and glutes. Relax your pelvic area, your lower back and your belly. Relax your fingers, the tops of your palms, your wrists, your forearms and elbows. Relax your shoulders and collarbones. Release the tension from your upper back, from your mid-back. Relax your neck and throat. Relax your chin. Maybe let your jaw drop. and create some space between your teeth. Let your tongue sink to the bottom. Relax your cheeks, your ears, and your nose. Relax your facial muscles and eyes. Relax that spot between your eyebrows and your forehead. Relax your scalp. And finally, the crown of your head. Your entire body is completely relaxed. Every part, every limb, every muscle, tissue, every cell of your body is totally relaxed. And in this deep relaxation, when your mind is quiet, it's easier to feel that unity and connection between our soul and all the other souls or living entities, between our soul and the Supreme. And you can stay here for as long as you need it. Thank you very much for practicing with me.